What's up, Nation? I'm RockVar, broadcasting live on VAR Nation, playing DC Universe Online on this Water Wednesday. We're about to get wet and wild, so hope you guys are ready to play some Water DPS. Gonna just do some solo stuff tonight, talk a lot about DC Universe Online and DC Comics in general, DC movies, and hang out here on the Nation. Welcome to the channel, guys. It's been we're on Hump Day, and thank God we're halfway through the week. I'll tell you what, I have no idea what's going on over at YouTube, but some crazy things are happening. So I've been uploading a few videos that basically, whenever I do uploads, I click on the box to tweet it out as well. It hasn't been shooting it out on Twitter, so I don't know what's up with that. And also, this thing that's been happening recently, if anybody's uploaded videos and noticed that you're getting a yellow symbol for monetization that says content cannot be monetized or is not suitable for all advertisers, I understand that. Like, I definitely, a couple of the streams that we did recently definitely deserve to get that notification, but I did a video yesterday that there was absolutely no cursing. All it was DCUO news stuff, straight from the website, pretty much word for word, and it's got that emblem on there. So I don't know if there's some kind of a glitch going on over there that they're working on. I've noticed a lot of things have been glitchy since they put the new version of YouTube up, like the new visual version. So I don't know what's up with that, but I can tell you I'm not a big fan of hiccups. I'm not a big fan of things going wrong. So that said, I'm going to stop complaining and start playing. And hopefully you guys... I've been blackballed, is that what you said? Yeah. I've been blackballed. By YouTube? Lyda thinks YouTube blackballed me. They're just like, this guy's been running off, and there's no way that's possible, because there's YouTubers that say a lot worse things than me, just like within the first 5 seconds of their videos. There's actually, I saw an intro yesterday when I was trying to get the new intro. It actually started out by saying, like, suck my, go F yourself. That was the intro. I was like, wow, that encourages people to want to watch the video. I don't know. But, so I don't think I'm blackballed. But you think I am? Lyda thinks I'm blackballed. I've got a hashtag on my name that says, this guy's trouble. I don't think so. But, we'll see. Potty mouth? I don't think potty mouth is a thing on YouTube. I don't know that would be funny though if you got like a red stamp on the front of your channel page that said potty mouth, so that people would know that if you're underage or whatever, you probably shouldn't be watching it. I don't think that's the case. I'm telling you. Lyda she doesn't believe me, so she thinks that I've been blackballed. She could very well, that could very well be true. I'm just saying it's not. But, what I said, as a husband, what I think and say doesn't matter anymore, so. Well, now look, I can't go into the encounter. I'm holding the, there we go. I'm getting blackballed from DCUO too. Gosh darn it, what have I done to deserve this? No! So I watched a really good interview today. For those of you that are fans of Smallville, I am a huge fan of Smallville. Lyda is also, Bodhi as well. Even though he's only a year old, he's a fan of Smallville. I'll tell you how big of fans we are of Smallville. We have a framed poster of Tom Welling as Clark Kent hanging above our TV in the living room. So that we always remember, we never forget to try to be Clark, try to live the way that Clark would appreciate. So anyway, there was a which we fail at miserably on a minute to minute basis. But Michael Rosenbaum has a podcast I did not know, and he does, and it's called Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. And today, which is also weird. I don't know if what. Oh, whatever. I would like to be. Oh God, I would like to be on Rosenbaum's podcast. So, I guess I would like for Rosenbaum to do an Inside of You on me. But he did. Tom Welling was on there, and on the most recent one. I don't know if it was actually today or if it was just recently, but it was really funny because it was like Michael Rosenbaum would be like, "Tom Welling, I'm inside of you today. How do you like that?" But it was a really, really good interview, about an hour long, and I'll be honest with you. I'm not one for really sitting still and doing much of any one thing for an hour. Like if we're watching a TV show, or if we're hanging out, playing video games, or I'm cooking, or anything that I'm doing, I'm always doing more than one thing at one time. I'm not a just focus on one thing at a time guy. I can't be. I have too much going on upstairs. Not necessarily intelligence-wise, but just the fact that my brain's always jumping. I have to have multiple things going on, or else I don't know. I don't like to be alone with myself, I guess, is where I'm going with that. And so, as I'm playing video games and streaming right now, that's about the only time I'm doing one thing at a time, but I'm really not doing one thing because I'm talking, playing, watching the chat on YouTube, and that kind of stuff. But so normally I would not just sit and watch an hour-long video of anything without playing the game at the same time, or listening to some music at the same time, or whatever. I literally sat, and because I watched it on my phone, I literally sat and looked at my phone for a constant hour and watched this podcast because it was so damn entertaining. It was just to hear Rosenbaum and Welling talking about their days on Smallville and going into detail about how they felt about being on the show, how they feel about being on the show now, where it's so many years later, and it was very insightful and very good, because I have to say, as a fan, I was actually a little bit let down by Tom Welling recently. I from the pilot episode of Smallville on, I loved Tom Welling. I connected with him. I felt like he was a genuine person because of the way he played Clark, because of just the way that he was. Just that kind of goofy, lovable, good-hearted farm boy is what I kind of got, the vibe that I got from him, which is why I liked him so well as Clark, because it was like all he had to do was show up, and he was Clark Kent. And so over the years of watching Smallville, it was stated to me by various people that probably didn't necessarily know, but acted like they did, or had this thought that Tom was kind of a dick, and that he really wasn't much like his character at all. And a lot of that, I think, was helped out by the fact that he didn't do many interviews. When he did do interviews, he seemed very stiff, very kind of didn't want to talk too much, didn't go into too much detail about himself. He kind of seemed stuck up, and it's kind of that vibe that you get from the shy kid, where like you're not real sure if they're shy or if they just think they're better than everybody. And so that's the whole thing. Rosenbaum, on the other hand, you put him in a room of people, or you put him in front of a camera or an interviewer, and the guy's like a rocket ship. Like there is no holding him down. It's just Rosenbaum's everywhere. He's just the kind of personality that doesn't stop. And even in this podcast, he was sick, and he still couldn't stop, from just being Rosenbaum. Well, seeing them interact with each other and listening to the stories that they were telling about interviews and stuff like that really made me realize that Welling is a lot like Clark. He is that kind of shy, kind of held back person. And sure, Lida's going to take me to the vault while we talk. So, and kind of reserved, I guess. And the main reason why he didn't like doing interviews and he didn't want to do interviews was because when the very first kind of interview session that they had as a group, the person conducting it was trying to basically catch him up in drama and get a scoop, and it kind of soured him on talking to interviewers, because he felt like the only thing that they were trying to do was just get dirt on the crew and get dirt on the actors so they'd have something to talk about and make a big deal out of nothing. And so that's why he kind of just went back in his shell and didn't really do any interviews moving forward. In fact, Rosenbaum went to the producers because the producers were kind of miffed that Tom didn't want to do all these interviews, and Rosenbaum was like, look, I'll go do his interviews for him, because he just doesn't want to do it. He just can't. Just doesn't want to deal with the kind of two-sidedness of how people act. And it was really, really cool to kind of see them talking about Smallville and their experience. Not so much their experience of doing the show, but just the experience of being on a show like that was so uber popular that it made me understand why it is that Tom's kind of done with that part of his life, and he's moving on from playing Superman and playing Clark, because that was not his goal in life, was not to necessarily play Superman. And so he does want to do other things as an actor, but Smallville apparently was just such a grueling experience for the whole cast that it pretty much soured him on wanting to be an actor anymore. Like, he was, after Smallville was over, he was pretty much done with it. He wanted to produce or direct, but as far as being an actor, and apparently they got taken advantage of a lot as far as the hours they were worked and the stressful conditions and stuff like that, and he was just over that. He just wanted to unwind and get out of it. And so now, getting back into it a little bit, where he's on the show, what is that show? Is it called, Lida, is it called Satan? Lucifer? It's called Lucifer. We're going to start watching. Now that he's on that show, he actually is enjoying himself, and he said things are running a lot different than how they were in Smallville in the old days, where they were doing 18+ hour days and just crazy stuff like that. In fact, one of the first photo shoots that they had, if you go look at the very first picture that they had, I think they're in a field. You might be able to see the Kent Farm barn in the background, but it's like the entire cast with Tom, Kristen, and Michael kind of up front. And apparently they were looking at the picture and they're like, man, we all look pissed off. And Rosenbaum was like, well, yeah, because we worked an 18-hour day then, and then they made us stay and do the photo shoot. And it was just, we were all just ridiculously tired and ready to go home. And now we got to stand here for 3 hours, pretty much in the same spot. Rosenbaum is like, I'm wearing a leather jacket in the middle of 180-degree temperatures, and it's just ridiculous. So I can definitely understand. But it is a really, really good podcast. I'm not sure exactly how to get to Rosenbaum's podcast or where he puts that up, but where I found it was Krypton Site. If you go to KryptonSite.com, in the news section, they will have an article there about it, and you guys can watch that for yourselves. I very much recommend it. Did we get anything cool, Lida?
Yeah.
Sharpshooter shoulders. Ooh. Shielded robot something. We may be getting some hands. Go ahead and collect them. Just make sure you do the DPS. Oh. Yeah, I heard that. But last time they took me to the vault, Bodhi got us a new higher combat rating. Ooh, looks like we're gonna go up a little bit now. At least we got something, a better piece of gear. That is super cool that the vault is now dropping attuned gear up to combat rating 172. So if you're like above that already, it's not going to help you too much, but at least with the lower level tunes, it's definitely helping as far as the progression goes. So we will now we can go try to do some content and see if it helps us at all. Hopefully it does. What am I looking at? Oh yeah? Yeah, I saw that too. Floyd Lawton, this guy over here, he left our league. Whatever, Floyd. They do that. It's like, and we can look and see who all, there will be a long laundry list of people that just left. And they're just like, deleted character, yep, Floyd left. Same day. And he asked me to join, that's what... Yeah, that's what cracks me up. Like, he was playing another tune at the time, asked me if he could switch tunes and I would invite him to the league, so I did, and then an hour later he left. It's like that's why a lot of times when I get asked by people in game, can I join your league or can I do stuff like that, I want to just be like, piss off, you know? Never mind, because within an hour you're gonna just leave, so why am I wasting my time? I don't know. They do have a league hall with this league. I don't know what extras you're talking about, like the buffs. No, but these are all low-level tunes. They wouldn't be worrying about that anyway, I wouldn't think. So, there's that. We might be able to open another stabilizer. Actually, I think I can open at least one. I've got one stabilizer. That's weird. Did we not just go and do that? I thought I did. I thought I should have more than that already. Oh well. So we can open one box, which we'll probably check out. Probably see what's up with the boxes. Let's go to... Oh, we are so close to doing the test subject stuff. Ooh, Cape Carmine Lighthouse is giving us extra stuff today. Let's go check that out. I did, I like doing Ferris aircraft. A lot of times you don't... Oh, that's where we're going. A lot of times you don't get to be in a group with somebody that goes there often or knows what they're doing with it. But when you do, it's very fun. Oh yeah, last stream, by the way, that 8-player that I was in, I think, were we in the chasm? I got kicked right after the stream. I got kicked. So because you know, the last probably 5 minutes that I was in there, I was lost. I was just running around in the halls trying to find my way back to the group. And so by the time after the stream ended, I did find my way back to the group eventually. And as soon as I got there, they kicked me. They said bye, so at least they were nice about it. Kinda, I guess. So I need to take these things. I mean, they could have said something else, but I think because we tried a couple more times, or had tried a couple more times to get through to the boss, and with no luck whatsoever. So I think that they were hoping to get a higher DPS too, because my DPS was not helping at all. So it's okay when you do this if you die a couple times. You're probably going to, unless somebody does this. Because what you're supposed to do, or what I would think to do, would be me follow him with this thing. Except for now, the boss is going to chase me. But if I follow him with this thing, I can help him out. Getting these bad guys off of his back.
He's too strong for the repulsor. You'll need to take him down the old-fashioned way.
We're both water, so that's going well. Now, where's Vice? Oh God, there's too many of them. We successfully pulled everybody over here with us. See ya. Oh, he's gonna be dead. But that's alright. We'll get to come back and just fight Vice by himself. Maybe not exactly by himself, but it won't be a horde of freaking Red Lanterns that are with us while we do it. We might be able to actually beat the horde though. The horde, duh. That's what I said, YouTube. What's wrong with him? He banged his head. Oh, you can't do that, son. It's not fun. Ouch. Is it red? Aw. That mean old door, Bode. Oh, you pulling my glasses off isn't gonna help. But, you know.
I hacked into the security cameras and I've got bad news. Atrocitus, the leader of the Red Lanterns, is inside the main building, attempting to destroy the emotional dampener. You can use the Star Labs repulsors in there to help with his followers, but he's way too strong for it to affect him.
Alright, this can be a little tricky. But for the most part, we should be alright, because we can just keep the thingamajigger coming around.
Atrocitus is practically overflowing with rage. If you can find a way to supercharge one of the repulsors, it may give you the edge you need.
I'm just gonna follow you. Try to keep. Oh, we can't even target Atrocitus. I was gonna say I'll try to draw aggro on him, keep him off my dude's back. Wow.
Machine cannot contend with true
Actually, not too far from getting Atrocitus here. Stay off my back while I carry this thing and kill Atrocitus. Oh no, we're not to that point yet. Damn it. Thought we were. I just put it down for. I was like, it'll be fun. Where the hell you at, Atrocitus? Nice. Only 2 bosses in here? All controller gear.
You will feel my rage.
I got nothing I needed, but I did get a feat. Let's go ahead and get it, that way I can break it down.
But I'm sure he'll be back. Vice was picked up by the good guys and is
That
probably
was
on its way to
fun.
the science cells on Oa. Star Labs can finish their emotional dampener, and more importantly, we got a good look
Pretty
at some
sure
of
I've
their most
gotten all the
secretive technology.
everything in here that I need. But I love looking at this stuff. Look at that. That is super cool. Back to little Bohemia. See what we got. Nothing, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, we got a carousel horse. Some file boxes. I'll donate them to the league. Alright. Well, let's see what else we can do. League of Assassins, I really want to do this. Arkham Asylum, I don't really want to do, but I'll queue for it. Strikers Island, we'll queue for that too. Give them just a minute, because I want to see. I would like to see what's going on, but I just put a video up today, just before the stream, that is the new intro. I got a new intro, pretty kick-ass, and wanted to show it off a little bit, or see if it, if you guys liked it. So check it out. That's funny, there's already a comment on that video actually. MX says, wow, there we go. MX says, nice man, is it weird that you looked a lot like I expected you to? It's lit. No, it's not weird. It's kind of funny. And actually the you have to forgive the hair and the bandana that I'm wearing. I normally wouldn't be wearing a bandana. I did grow my goatee back, but and I've had that for years. I just shaved it when Bodhi was born because I didn't want, new baby and everything. I didn't want to, when I was kissing him on the head and stuff, I didn't want to have a scruffly chin. I wanted to be baby soft, and so I kept it. I pretty much right out of high school I grew the goatee, and I've had it most of my adult life, but I shaved it right before he was born, and I've kept it shaved up until about a week ago, and I grew it back because I was like, it's time to, it's almost winter, it's time to, I don't really like having facial hair when it's hot outside and I'm sweaty and stuff like that, but during the winter it's pretty cool. And then the hair thing is just because normally I'd keep my hair very short and spiky, but I have been not getting a haircut for way too long. It's been like 2 months now since my last haircut, and Bodhi hasn't had his first haircut yet, and it dawned on me that I might just wait until he gets his first haircut and then we can get them together. And so because of the fact that I can't stand to have hair dangling on my forehead, I put a bandana on. So a lot of times I'll do that, or I'll wear a backwards hat or something, but the hat is too hot right now. So that's what's up with that. It's not a style thing necessarily, it's just convenience, more or less. But I'm telling you this, and I told Lida, I want to get either a DC Universe Online or DC Comics bandana. I think that would be sweet. Because most of the hats that I have are Superman, Batman, you know, some kind of hero, mostly Superman. I have a couple Metallica, because Metallica is my favorite band. But mostly Superman. But I would really love to have a DCUO banner. DC Universe Online, if you guys have a bandana, I will buy it, as long as it's reasonable. I don't know what kind of DC Universe Online merchandise there is. I honest to God haven't seen much of any. I've seen them wearing a few things. I think I've seen Meps maybe, and maybe Spittle have DC Universe Online t-shirts. I'm not sure that's truly the case, but I think I remember seeing that. But seriously, bandana guys, let's do it. Let's get a bandana going. I would be all about it. Still, this will get us extra marks. We should be getting pretty close to being able to get some tier gear. See how many marks we have left up. 39. So we're getting very close to getting our next round of tier gear. And I hate to bring attention to this, I have had no viewers yet this entire stream. 31 minutes into the stream, I haven't had this happen since, like, actually ever. And so maybe I have been blackballed from YouTube. Is my stream unlisted? Did I forget to make it public? Maybe I should check that out. Oh, it says they're not receiving video data fast enough. That's one thing. It is public. Huh. I'll be damned. Our internet must be really slow today. I have had some issues. It says primary stream bad. We are not receiving video data at a fast enough rate. Your viewers may experience buffering. Ensure your connection is fast enough or consider using a lower bit rate. Wow, I haven't had that for a while. I wonder what's hogging up all my bandwidth here today. Stuff like that happens from time to time, I know. But, well, at least I am able to stream, I guess. I don't know what, pretty sure I picked, the normal setting when I came in here today. Hey, oh,
You hear that?
got a 175.
Thought I heard something.
Yeah, we definitely
Probably just some rats,
tweeted about it.
man. Ain't rats. Ain't never rats. Go warn Diego we got company. I'll make sure to give him a nice warm greeting.
Of course, there is storms happening. And we do have several hurricanes hitting the country, so there may be some server issues going on out there with different internet services. Hey, look, we're both water. That's cool.
Smash you for we can keep your stop. Great. Feel the burn.
Machine guns. I will stop your machine guns with water, sir. Oh, where's my partner? My partner's up top, dealing with some goons. I will do my part to help.
Venom's wearing off.
Once I prove myself, baby, give me venom too.
Venom's wearing off.
Our turn now.
Bane. You Venom Eater.
Getting past me. You trashed my operation. Allow me to repay the favor.
Where are you? Oh. I'm standing there looking at the opposite direction. Where are you at, Bane? Bring it on over here. Meanwhile, he's over here.
Bane's waiting to crush you.
And I got nothing. Alright. No gear. No nothing. The juice is loose, he says. I love that. So I am down to my last episode of Sons of Anarchy, which I will be watching probably later tonight. Let's just say shit has hit the fan, and I will not be talking about how it ends, in case any of you guys haven't seen it yet or are interested in watching it for yourselves. I will say this, as a series, it's been very, very good. I have definitely enjoyed it. Now we got to go back and watch 4 seasons of Lucifer to catch up to where Tom... Lyda, are we going to go back and watch it, or are we just going to start where Tom comes on the show? Yeah, she thinks we should go back and watch it. According to Tom, there has been a heck of a lot of progression with the characters. So he watches the show, he likes it. No, it's on the CW, I'm pretty sure. Oh, she asked. It might be on Netflix. I'm not sure. We'll have to look that up and see.
Bane is mine. You greasers, waste him before I do. You'll all be crock chow.
Other show. Oh, Preacher? I'm not sure. Or whatever it was called. I'm not sure if that's still going on or not. I forgot all about it, to be honest with you. It may be over already. He talked about having been on several shows that didn't make it. Yeah. Yeah, didn't it have the guy from Reaper on it? I don't remember what that was either, but it was good. Breakout? No, that's not. It was like Breakout Kings, but that's not what it was. I'm not sure what it was called. Apparently, after what he said in that video today was that his movie back in the day pissed off everybody in his hometown. So he's kind of shunned there now.
Venom is supposed to make me invincible. Like me now. Great. Now I'll never get to have Venom really hurt. What gives?
But I think, like, what Lyda said earlier today was 2 things, and Rosenbaum actually said he wishes they would have called him about doing Lex Luthor in the DC Extended Universe, or is that what it is? DCE, yeah, because he said he would have loved to have played Lex on screen, and he would have quote unquote crushed it, which I believe he would have. But he's like, he's like, for 3 months I would have shaved my head again. He's like, no, you want me to come back on a show, a TV show? I'm not shaving my head, but if you're going to put me in a movie to play Lex Luthor, I'll shave it right now. And,
don't be disappointed, because I'm about to break yours.
But, you know, he didn't get the call, so what are you going to do? But Lyda said, and I think too, they really missed the boat by not casting him as the Flash for the movie. That would have been just as good if he had been the Flash in the Justice League movie. But then it would have been weird because he does the voice of Wally, and then they would have had him playing Barry. care too much about that. Charge.
I should have just taken him myself. Death.
Hey, so Batman sent you in. Good times. Let's show these guys we don't...
More stuff I can't use.
Croc. The next fight will be mine.
Hot damn. The
Can you
loot
even
table's
count
all
the
screwed
mistakes
up.
You made in that fight? I doubt you have enough fingers and toes.
More stuff. I did not get a single piece of gear that I can use in this, in either of these duos that I just did. They're like, we're gonna make it so that your stuff drops, you know, loot will drop in the vault, but we're not gonna give you anything in the missions anymore. Except exactly the opposite of what you need. But remember how frustrating it was before, you know, before there was loot. Oh, I'm not done yet. Before there was loot in the how does this even out? So the last duo that we did, we only got 2 items. There were only 2 bosses. In this one so far I've gotten 3, and we haven't even beat the last boss yet. We're doing that right now. No, same tier. It's just real uneven. Not balanced. Balance is the key word that this is not. But, you know, back in the day, when you didn't get loot in the vault, you still didn't get very much out of the missions. So it was like, you couldn't win. Now at least you get a little bit of a win. Oh, nothing. I got nothing. But marks. I did get marks.
I will grind your bones to dust.
Which is real good
job,
because
hero.
we need
I'll
marks.
take care of Bane. Thanks for the assist.
You're welcome. Hey look, I got something over here I didn't collect yet. And another feat. That's cool.
Vicky Vale reporting. Xochipilli is frequently depicted by street artists.
Oh, we did get a skill point. Oh, we can finally put one in might and power. That is what I'm doing. Boom. Our first skill point in might and power with this tune as we level it. Incredible. Incredible. And let's return to our last location. We should have enough time to do another duo and still go open our box and see what we got. I'll log in as Rock to do that. I still haven't sold that last item, so Superman JLU. We have very, very similar names, Superman. Oh, now our stream strength, now our internet stuff is good.
You've got to stop them.
Huh.
You've got to stop them.
Weird. It's some funky stuff. Hey, red tornado. Whoa, that's a cool looking red tornado. That's the first time I've seen a red tornado in the game, to be honest with you. Such a cool character. I'm really shocked that more people don't do it. Wally West. Lyda would like to do a cyclone. You should do a cyclone. That'd be cool. Here's another Superboy. Hey, that's pretty good looking Superboy. Not gonna bother inviting him to the league. The Con Kent. Barbara Gordon. Pretty cool. She looks like Barbara Gordon from the Batman movies. You know what I'm talking about? Alicia Silverstone. Blonde hair, silver mask. Or silver Batman emblem. She shouldn't have a silver mask, but that's alright. She gets away with it. Man, I wish the duos were dropping better stuff. The solos sometimes do, but I'm not gonna bank on it. I can't wait to get to test subject. I'm really excited about doing those 2 missions. They used to be. Do you guys remember when Tier 5 first came out? Do ya? Do ya? I don't know. If anybody who watches, well, of course, there's a lot. There are definitely a few people watching the stream that knew when Tier 5 came out. They knew when Tier 2 came out, probably. Well, they probably knew when Tier 1 came out. I don't know when the game first started, if there was more than one tier. Honestly, I don't recall. But it used to be you couldn't even see them until you got to the tier, you know, able to go into it. So you didn't know what the heck was out there. But yeah, when they first introduced Tier 5 duos, they were hard, or solos, they were ridiculously hard. It was not by any means anything that was easy to get through. And in fact, I credited Test Subject with teaching me how to play the game, because it was at that point that I really had to work at it and learn the mechanics in order to beat those missions. And then pretty much right after I figured them out and was able to get through a couple of times and get a couple of the feats the hard way, they nerfed them and they got super easy. And I don't know that they're super easy now, but they're definitely not as hard as they used to be. So, but that's the nature of things in the game, in any game really. They give you some. DCUO has gone back and forth like that. Like a couple of the, and I don't know, they haven't really stuck to their format. They had for a little while. They were saying, okay, this launch is going to be, you know, this new content is going to be kind of casual friendly, so it's not going to be as difficult. The next launch would be super difficult to kind of help keep the people who like difficult content interested. And I don't know that they're still doing that, but that was the thing a couple of years ago that they had initiated. But a lot of times what happens is, or what used to happen, because members used to get early access, and I noticed the past few drops we haven't got early access, but like the week that members would be able to do something, it wouldn't be all that difficult. And then the week that it went live, all of a sudden the content would get really difficult. And then about a week later, it would get easier. And so it was like they were adjusting things behind the scenes to keep us interested or something, but then not piss us off too much. They were like, you know, we definitely don't want to piss them off too much. I'm not going to go do another one now because I've talked too long. I'm going to go, we'll go up to the watchtower and see how many marks we need to get our next set of gear, and then I will switch tunes and we'll go open that arcane time capsule. I really would like to get something other than what I've already gotten. Ooh, I got mail too. Nice. Let's go check it out. Oh, where am I going? I think I'm supposed to be going in here. I'm not really going for any particular styles with this tune, except for the what used to be the Tier 5 gear here. The Aquaman-ish suit. It will be cool to have that. I don't know how much of it I'll wear, but I think I'll most definitely wear the chest. See if I can even try it on. Yeah, that'll look cool. I'll probably wear the helmet a little bit, maybe, I don't know. I'll definitely wear probably the gloves. Yep, definitely have them gloves. Let's see what the boots look like. Yeah, I'll definitely have to have them boots. Oh wait, these are the pants. Those are awesome. I want those. Where are the boots? Yes, with the fins. I do dig that. So yeah, I need to be getting this set entirely, but I can't get it yet. Let's see what I can get. I believe is this. Yeah. Hey, look, I can get the back already. Let's see what back we've got. Maybe it'll help us. Oh, I got the back last time, but it's only an item level 40. What? What's up with that? I thought I already got the... Maybe that was because I got the... Oh, snap. Well, Let's do this. Maybe we will go. Maybe we will go to Arkham Asylum. When we get there, we'll put on our back and see if we go up an item level any. Oh yeah, we're a 61 now.
Finally, someone
Nice.
can clean up this mess. Batman's
Well, we got a
already gone
92
in.
DPS
Batman
in
and
here. This is going to be
Good, you're here.
definitely doable.
Something is not right. Not only is the Joker not part of this rebellion, but the asylum seems stranger than usual. Almost as if it's possessed. I'm depending on you to take down the Scarecrow, Poison Ivy.
The
and
asylum
Mr.
is
Freeze,
possessed
while I find out who's really behind this takeover.
with Hugo Strange.
Robin is inside. Speak to him first.
Patient Harvey Dent. Classic
So
split
Batman sent you?
personality.
Cool.
The squad we've
Freeze,
seen and
Scarecrow, and
haven't
Ivy
returned.
are
If you
seriously
see my men,
on
Let's get everybody
report
talking
back.
at the same
Let us
time.
know
That's
if
my
I'm in a
goal.
rescue mission.
creepier than usual.
And
Hear the
also,
walls talking. Don't freak out.
see if we got any gear in here.
Batman's looking.
It's going to help us out. Nope.
I'm keeping watch
Ooh,
over
we
the
got an
commissioner until his men
experimentation
arrive,
table,
so
though.
get to it.
That's always good to have.
I'm going to investigate the asylum records.
Let's go get
See if we
Freeze.
can get the situation under control.
Free.
And I'll
Oh,
check
it's going to
these
suck
shortly.
because I'm water. He can freeze me. Well, this is an interesting look this person's got going on here. Fire Queeness. Ooh. Oh yeah. Remember when this was impossible for me to get through? All this reminiscing about the days of old.
You'll pay for that.
We got to get these guys. And we got to get these.
You'll pay for that.
Freezing. I like all this ice. Reminds me that, oh my god, Christmas isn't too far away. We got to go upstairs. This mission is long though, in comparison to, or it feels long. I don't know if it actually is, but it definitely feels that way. did. Did you say he swung like a big boy? Oh. Yeah, he's pretty much I mean, he's walking now. He took 14 steps by himself the other day across the room. He doesn't really fall down too often, he just sits down. But before too long, we're not going to be able to keep him caged. He's an animal. He's a wild animal. Well, these guys are going this direction. Why are they going back this way? Are you guys going the wrong way, or are you going the right way? Pretty sure you're going the wrong way. No? They might be going... Do what?
I can promise you the world.
Well, I was going to until I got into this alert. I don't know if I'll have time to do that now. I might just save that for the next one. We still don't have any viewers, so there's really no point for me to... No one's hanging on my every word here waiting for me to do that. So, unless somebody watches this video after the fact and they're like, damn it, we watched this whole video so that he would open an arcane time capsule. In which case I would say go over to Shadow Dragon's page and look at his most recent unboxing. Well, that's what I was going to do. I was just going to open a time capsule. It's just that we're still in the very beginning stages of this 4-player. Like, we haven't even got to the first boss yet. I just couldn't help myself when I got invited. I was like, I must go.
I'm burning up. You'll pay for that.
I'm like that girl right now that was invited to the prom and then her date didn't show up. I'm like standing on my front porch being like, where are my flowers? I don't know what that's like because I'm not a girl and I was never invited to prom and then stood up. Well, yeah, but I wasn't stood up. I had to come and pick you up. You invited me, but I had to come and pick you up and drive you. The least you could have done was drive me. I'm joking. If I would have told you, you would have. Yeah, I went to didn't I go to 2 proms with you? Yeah, went to 2 proms with Lyda. I don't know that I danced it either. We slow danced. Yeah, we did. We danced the Hero song. That was our song. Enrique Iglesias.
You'll pay for that.
Oh, I don't know if Lyda saw this or not, but in the podcast today, Rosenbaum played guitar, and they sang the Save Me intro. They didn't really sing it per se, but they kind of went through it. But they both said that when that song comes on, it makes them feel awesome. Like they love it as much as we do. They damn well better. Also, apparently there was one guest star that had blonde hair. They could not remember her name, but they were both smitten with her at the time. But Tom would not, he was married, he would not say anything about it, but Rosenbaum knew. Oh. Oh, the girl that he didn't say that on this show, but yeah, Rosenbaum did say something about her on one of the other when he was on Game Over Greggy's podcast. It was the girl that played Black Canary. Can't remember. Yep. Apparently she was super hot, according to Rosenbaum, and I don't know if it was the same girl or not. They made it act like this one wasn't a recurring character, but I was thinking more along the lines of maybe one of Clark's many girlfriends that weren't. Yeah. Well, they would know her name because she was on a lot of episodes too. Now I really want to find that out. We're going to go back and watch all 10 seasons. No, but Black Canary, she was on at least a good 5 episodes, I thought. Because at first, Laura Vandervoort, I would hope they would know her name. And she was a series regular, so... Yeah. They didn't even mention her. They didn't mention Erica Durance. They didn't mention anyone except Kristen Krug. Because apparently the episode that Tom directed, or one of the episodes that Tom directed, Lex and Lana had a makeout scene, and it was supposed to actually not be as long as it went, but because Tom wanted to hook a brother up, he let the cameras roll and didn't call cut. Apparently Rosenbaum did a lot of hitting on her on set, which I can see him doing. Damn, are we ever gonna get to... Okay, we're just now to Captain Cold. For God's sakes, I'm gonna be in here for another hour. After Captain Cold, I will go ahead and end the stream. We'll at least complete one boss. I've been talking to myself long enough here. You need me to watch my son while I'm in the boss fight? I can see him, if that's what you mean. I don't know what I'm gonna do to watch him. I definitely know that he's there. Oh my gosh, I just got one-shotted by Mr. Freeze. I've been saying Captain Cold, for God's sakes. Like an idiot. I got one-shotted by Mr. Freeze. I don't even know how that happened. I didn't get picked up. Well, no wonder. We're in a 3 DPS group for some reason when we have a healer and controller in here. Probably because I'm doing shitty DPS and I'm only... Oh, because the one's a 92, that's why. Well, crap. I'm not... I either get to sit here and watch like an idiot until they slowly beat Mr. Freeze, or I don't get the loot. That's the thing about dying now when you're in a boss fight. Unless you get back to where you're close enough. And I'll never find my way back here. So I'm just going to sit right here. That's one thing that's a real pain in the butt, is how they made it so that if you're not actually present for the boss fight, and I'll tell you why, because there was a time not long ago I was in a boss fight. I was without a doubt the reason that the boss was getting beat. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was the only DPS. I got him all the way up until it was like there was one hit left for him to be done. And I got one shot, and I just instinctively hit triangle and didn't wait it out like I should have, and I didn't get any loot because basically right after I teleported out, the boss went down, and so the whole mission. And I had been doing good DPS. I mean, I wasn't a slouch or whatnot in there, and right at the last minute, I got knocked out, and I fled, and I got nothing. It was such a bummer. I really hope that they figure out a way to. I know that it's not a figure out thing. They did this on purpose. It didn't used to be that way. They did it on purpose because what people used to do is basically just sit around in a mission and let the other people beat it, and they just stand in one spot, like at the beginning or somewhere in the middle, and get all the loot. Which, you know, shame on you if you do that. People should just kick you out anyway. There shouldn't be a situation where that's a problem, because you should just kick those people out. But I think one of the fixes they had to kind of stop that problem was to make this happen. Plus, it made you. I think the idea was you're going to fight a little bit harder, or you're going to fight a little bit smarter, if when you go down, you don't get loot. I don't know. That's the only reason that I can see to have that in place. But the other thing that's frustrating is, and still on a daily basis I'm frustrated by it, is role optional alerts. I leave them off. I want to be the only DPS. I want to be in with a tank, a healer, and a troller. And people can queue for 2 roles at one time and still get in there with you on those role optional alerts, with the role optional alerts turned off. And it's the most frustrating thing. And I've started to leave instances when I get in there and it's like that, and we're packed with DPS. And I think I had to leave 7 times the other day. Literally, I had to just go in as a tank because I was not going to get in a group with a well-rounded group. I went to looking for group, and that just takes so long that I ended up going ahead and queuing anyway. But I really missed the times when role optional alerts being turned off meant role optional alerts were turned off. And I froze. Oh, cool. Wow, that was really weird. Hey, I got the Mr. Freeze head.
With one down, maybe the other 2 will talk.
That's cool. It's a style I don't have. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I will be back on live streaming again Friday night. And so hopefully I'll go ahead and do a late stream. I went early today, and that clearly did not go well. I think people have gotten used to me streaming around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and sometimes even later. And today I jumped it up to 7:30 because I was just itching to get on here, and I have no viewers. So that's what I get for not being consistent. That's my bad. So anyway, I'll be back on Friday night. We'll do a late stream. I'll see you guys then. I'll try to get another video up on the channel. I have one more video to do about the power set changes in Game Update 73, and I realize I'm a Game Update behind on it. It's just, I said I was going to do it, so I'm doing it. And they popped 74 out there a lot faster than I thought they would. So one more group of power sets, and we will be completely done with that. And then I got to find new stuff to talk about. But then there's new content coming out this month, so we'll have plenty, I'm sure, to talk about here very, very soon. So thank you guys. If you're watching this, clearly you're not joining. I have no one to thank for that. But if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, which it should be up there in about an hour, please give the video a share and a like. Subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. And we lost a couple subscribers since the last stream. I don't know what happened. We had a couple people actually that were in the stream chat that subbed, and then they unsubbed after I subbed to them. So that's one thing that I get frustrated with, is I always sub to people who sub to me, and then if they unsub, I'm still sub to them, because I don't really go back and unsub from anyone. So it is what it is. But anyway, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can help us grow. There's 2 ways to do that. There's a link in the description of this video to go and make a one-time small donation, or you can go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/VarNation. You can actually join the nation so that you can join us in streams and videos and be part of the crew. But that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. And for Lyda and Bodhi, this is Rock Var saying play on.